What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And today I need your help bike shopping. Guys, so we are almost to Elk Grove Powersports. Elk Grove Powersports is a Ducati, Aprilia, Triumph, Indian, and CF Moto dealership. They're actually the dealership that I bought the RSV4 from, and basically I need your guys' help. My work situation is going to be changing here in the very near future, and it's going to require me to not only commute a lot more, but my parking situation is going to change as well. So where I would have to leave the bike, it is partially covered for most of the day. However, the hottest part of the day, the second half of the day, the bike's basically going to be exposed. So I don't really want to leave my Panigale V4 or my RSV4 just sitting out cooking almost every day. Plus, the Panigale V4 and RSV4, the gas mileage is not great. Obviously, in the summertime, they get very hot. I live in a climate where our summers can be pretty brutal. So there's other reasons as well besides just the parking situation. But the short of it is, I'm looking for some type of middleweight, either naked bike or sport bike. Right now on my list is Tuono 660, RS 660, Triumph Street Triple 765, and maybe XSR 700. That's kind of what I have on my list. I pretty much eliminated the Yamaha R9. I've eliminated the new KTM 990 that's coming out for various reasons. Those are not on the list anymore. But basically my requirements are, I need something that's pretty good on the street. My commute's gonna be almost all street, but I'm planning to use this bike to get on the freeway sometimes and do other tasks as well. So it needs to be at least okay on the freeway. Gas mileage needs to be good being it needs to be 45, 50 miles a gallon, if not more. Has to be good on insurance. So, preferably $80, $90 a month in insurance. It has to have good aftermarket support. So I need a bike that's gonna be a good fit for the channel. I mean, if I buy a bike that you can't do anything to, well, then that's not gonna be much content for you guys. So I need a bike that has a decent aftermarket. It needs to be a bike that you can do things to and kind of make into a fun project. We are connected. So these are both Street Triple RSs. Look at the prices, full retail here. So $14,400, a little more than I want to spend, but they do have an R model as well. So the R has a little bit different suspension, the horsepower is a little bit different. The screen is different on the R, and I think the R you cannot add cruise control. The RSs you can add it as an accessory, which is pretty cool. This one here, there's our price, 765 RS. So I don't know, what do you guys think about having one of these on the channel? They actually make them in a cool cosmic yellow. I think it's like a pearl yellow. Be kind of a cool little commuter, but not a lot of parts available for these. So that's kind of what holds me back a little bit, but probably the most capable out of the options that I mentioned. Also, no real windscreen. You can add one though. So you could add like the little fly screen here. I think they even have one through Triumph, which is great, but I always like a lot of detail on the Triumphs. They're just done really nice. The way the buttons are and everything. They're just nice bikes. They're done really well. Headlight, not a huge fan of it. I don't really like the bubble headlights, but there are some conversions available that convert it into like one LED. So kind of cool, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. That far one, that black and red one, that's a 1200, which that's gonna be too big for what I'm gonna do with it. Also too expensive. I think these are close to 20 grand. Yeah, so 20K before all the fees. It's not something that I wanna just leave outside all the time. So I don't know, we'll see. I consider the Trident 660. We'll go walk over there real quick. Triumph 660, Trident 660. Not really a style that I like too much. They are okay, but a little bit cheaper, but just, I don't know. They look like, they look cheap, which I don't really like. So you guys see here, 8,800, so a little bit more budget friendly, but there's some small things like, see, like the rear sets are just like this weird stamped kind of foil look to it. They're just not really my favorite. It's got the cheaper screen, so the 765R, so the non-RS, actually has a screen that either is this or is just like it. So not too much of a fan of that, but potentially an option, I guess. But let's go ahead, let's look at if there's any new Ducatis in. Let's see, there's an older Panigale V2, there's the new V4 there. Let's see, no Monster. Scrambler, not really into those too much. But yeah, so, there's a Monster there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Monster. I don't know if it's a Plus or not, but yeah, 2024 Monster Plus. So this would also be in that price range as well. But I like the older design better. This looks very MT-07, MT-09 to me. It doesn't really look like a Monster anymore. So I'm not really a fan of how they routed the exhaust underneath and stuff like that. So just kind of looks like really any other bike. When the old Monsters, they had the exhaust routed kind of in a cool way, a unique way, which made it a little bit different, kind of helped justify the cost. But maybe, potentially, and it already has a fly screen, so that's good. But I don't know. So let's go ahead and walk over to the Aprilia. As you guys can see here, they've got pretty good inventory. So it's like this one's already on hold. So that's the new colorway for the RSV4. Actually looks much better in person. So see how the tail on the new RSV4 is different. I don't know if that can be adapted to the earlier one like mine. I'm not sure, but I don't want to, that triple is a little bit different as well, but that is the new colorway. A little bit different splitter in the front, so pretty nice look. Actually this top fairing is different as well. I don't want to touch this guy's bike. Looks like somebody already bought it, so pretty cool. New colorway. That's a Tuono V4 here, and Tuono V4 gonna be a little bit too big. RS660. So this colorway is not bad either. This is a factory. So not a fan of this colorway really either. I mean, it's not the worst, but I don't know what's up with the Aprilia. Their colorways are just, I don't know. They're just not something that I really like too much. So I don't think I see a Tuono 660. These are all 457s. I see the new 457 Tuono, which would be there. I know that the 457s have been selling pretty well, so they've got them kind of all stacked up here, ready to go to a new home. But yeah, so I don't know. Let me know. I wish they had a Tuono 660 here, but it's nice seeing the RS 660 in person. I don't know. What do you guys think about the new splitter? I think I like it better than the old one. I was kind of hoping to get maybe a leftover 2024 and get a good deal on it, but With the 2026 having this new front end, maybe it's a better choice. I don't know. But and with the factory, you get the Olins, and I like here on the 660s, they don't look super cheap. So the new Panigale V2, XSR 700, even the R9. I haven't seen the R9 in person yet, but when I look at the top triple tree, it just doesn't look that good. It doesn't look super premium. I actually think the Aprilia kind of cockpit on the 660 looks pretty premium considering the price. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and follow the sales team out here. We're gonna take a look at the new RSV4 Factory. It's just now getting uncrated, so I'm gonna kind of get a little special sneak peek here. They said this bike actually might already be sold before it even hits the showroom floor, but we are gonna get to check out the new factory. So and this is 26? Yeah. 26, right? All right, 26 factory. And then did these go up at all in price? A little bit, probably?
I think about $500. The 26 base that I got from MSRP from like 8 months ago till now.
Okay.
My invoice went up like $600, $500 or something.
Okay, okay. But what do you think about the new splitter?
I kind of dig it.
I like it too.
You know, it's not,
Yeah.
It doesn't stick out as much as the new V4S.
Yeah, and like the new S1000s and all
Yeah.
that, it has that real big.
A little too crazy.
Yeah.
Or like that R9. The R9
Oh,
one,
yeah, yeah, with the shelves, yeah.
Well, the shells.
Yeah, right? But,
Yep.
yeah.
Wicked, but that definitely is a little bit more low key.
Yeah, and it's a little like, I like that it's, overall, it's narrower.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, the fairings themselves are actually narrower, but
That looks pretty solid too.
yeah. Nice, and then same, no change in the wheels, yep, same wheels. But all this is different too. All right, new tail, look how they did that. Remember it used to just be this, right? It was just this, but. So I wonder if you're gonna have to change the whole, to decat it, I wonder if you're gonna have to change the whole thing.
That will be interesting.
Right?
Because
The servo's here though.
I think that's still the cat. That might be like a...
Like a resonator or something.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's weird, it's got a bung. See that?
Yeah. Super different compared to...
Let's see, oh yeah.
Oh, there's another one right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can, okay. So you need like a, I don't know, like a mid-pipe or something. Yeah. Weird.
It might be two cats, because I know the Triumphs have two.
Oh.
X-Pipe is that.
Okay.
That could be...
Cool. I like it. I think this is different too.
Small, subtle differences.
Yeah.
I'm sure once it's on the floor, like you bring your bike, we'll kind of pull it out.
Okay.
Kind of do the comparison between the two.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That'd be nice.
Cool. I like it. Sweet. So we have the sales manager here at GK. Right now I'm trying to decide between a 660 series Aprilia and a 765 Triumph. So why should I get a 660 over a 765 and vice versa?
It's honestly, it's a tough decision. It's a really preference, but it's a matter of how you plan on using it.
Okay.
I mean, from what you're telling me, what you want to use it for, kind of your channel, you can't go wrong with either.
Okay.
But if you plan on riding it a lot and you're looking for comfort, you know, because the styles that you have right now are pretty aggressive, I think the Triumph would be great.
Okay.
It's something a little different for you. You have comfort, a little bit more agile, a different riding position, something you're not used to.
Okay.
It might surprise you a little bit, and it's a triple, right?
Okay.
Something completely different.
Okay.
Whereas the RS660, you feel a little bit at home with,
Okay.
you know, and it won't really feel different. It'll be a lack of power compared to what you ride to. It's kind of like what you said with the V2 that you rode.
Okay.
The V2S that you rode. just, you know, you're pinning the throttle and you're going through the gears, you look down and you're at, you know, 100 miles per hour, right?
Yeah, right.
You expected more out of it.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, it's not, you know, it's a 660, so you don't expect much, but
Okay.
out of a bike like that, I kind of expect a little bit more. I'm not saying it's a bad bike.
Okay.
It's a fantastic bike, but for yourself, I think a change of scenery wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. Okay. And then what do you, as far as resale goes, I think what I'm going to do is whichever bike I choose, I'll probably like cycle it out every year or 18 months or something, get something else. I mean, is there a difference in resale or not? Not really. You're just going to take your hit no matter what, and you're talking 20% versus 23% hit. Like really no appreciable difference between them.
Well, as soon as you take something off the floor, it's about 33% you take,
Okay.
right? As
Okay.
soon as you take it off the floor. But the market is, right now, everyone wants a 660.
Okay.
But we don't know how it's going to be in a year, 18 months, or whatever it's going to be.
Right.
And I won't lie to you, Triumphs on the market are soft.
Okay.
Right? Like I tried selling my Speed Triple. 8 months later, still for sale.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, Triumphs don't have the best resale.
Okay.
Sometimes people will buy them, but if you look at the forums, the Reddit pages, everyone raves about these and they'll say, I'll buy it for whatever price. But
Okay.
I mean, in Sacramento County, you're not gonna find anyone.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
I guess it just depends on the region.
Okay.
But the RS660 at the same time, it's so flooded.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
like you're, you know, it's a dime a dozen.
Right.
You
Right.
can find it no problem.
Yeah. Right.
So it's, you're kind of in the same market. I think one thing you do have to be careful though on the used market though is I feel like a lot of people crash or drop 660s
yeah.
more.
Yeah. Because
I will
it's
say
a
that.
newer ride, typically, right?
Yeah, and even in our service department, like
Okay.
when you see an Aprilia come in and it's a 660,
Okay.
you're gonna see scuffs, stings, dents, scratches on them more than you see a street triple.
Okay.
So I'm not saying street triple riders are phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
and they know what they're doing. They come in, but you definitely see more of those 660s.
Would you say maybe there's the typical buyer for a street triple is a little older?
Oh yeah.
Typically, okay, it's their
100%.
third, fourth, fifth bike or whatever, or something like that. Okay.
Someone
Okay.
looking for a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Or someone that blew their back out like I did.
Okay. Right.
3 compression fractures or whatever.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Well, yeah, I don't know. So hard to make a decision. It's like they're both just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, and like when you get on an RS660, the seating position, I don't feel it's much different than a Tuono. It feels pretty similar to me because it has that little rise in there. You know, Tuono's a little more upright, but it's not.
have you ridden the two?
No, I haven't.
If you ride them, you'll notice.
Big difference? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get that
Good
a
to
lot.
know.
In all honesty, we do get that a lot that, hey, they don't really feel that different, but when you ride the two, you'll notice it pretty
Okay.
easy.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because, I mean, your leg positioning, seating position is pretty similar, but it's how upright your body is.
Okay.
Again, you're used to having a little bit more aggressive riding position.
Right.
But then when you start riding,
Okay.
you're like, this feels completely different.
Cool.
You're at a standstill, everything seems normal.
That's true. Yeah, right. It's not the same as actually getting out there, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll let you get back. I know you guys don't need to close up here,
Oh,
but
no, it's all good, brother.
thank you, GK, man.
Of course,
I
man.
appreciate your time.
course.
Thank you so much for the information, and I'll let you know about either Street Triple or 660.
Sounds good. I'll be here.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Okay, and there you have it, guys. Heading out. Got some good info there from the sales manager. And still don't know what to do. It's I forgot to mention earlier when I went to go check insurance rates, the insurance rates for the Triumphs are very expensive, at least for me. I don't know if it has to do with the type of policy that I have, but if I were to buy a Street Triple 765, that would actually be the most expensive bike that I have to insure. It is more expensive to insure than my Panigale V4, and my RSV4. So that's a consideration as well. Again, I don't know why that is. The 660s, I believe that Tuono was $82 a month for me to insure, and the RS660 was like $86 to insure. So the 765 was like $118, so pretty big difference there. I mean, not necessarily per month, but over the course of a year, that's a good bit of difference there in just insurance rate. So I don't know what's up with that. If anybody has info on that as to why that is, then I'd certainly like to know. So good info there. I think what GK said, what the sales manager said just now, it makes sense. I mean, a Triumph would just be a different flavor. It'd be a change of pace, be something completely different. Am I gonna like it more than an RS660? There's really no way to know until you buy one. But I think he's right in that the experience would be a lot different. And I'm not looking for all-out speed. I mean, yeah, I have an RSV4 and a Panigale V4, but I didn't buy them because of the all-out speed. That's not why I bought them for. I bought them because I just like them, and I like the effortless acceleration, albeit I don't use all the performance that it has for sure. I mean, I just don't, but I just like them, you know. So with this next middleweight bike that I get, or whatever bike it is that I get, it doesn't need to have 200 horsepower. It can't be underpowered. I don't like having to go through a lot of gears to get where I need to go. So as long as it has adequate power to kind of power up in fifth gear, you know, 60 to 90 miles an hour in fifth, I can just kind of lean on the throttle, give it a little bit of, you know, half, 60% throttle, and just get moving. That's what I want. I don't want to have to go down a bunch of gears, which is kind of my fear if I get an XSR 700. I have heard that the XSR 700s, or the CP2 engines, I should say, feel like they have a lot more power than they're rated for, which I believe. But that is kind of a fear that I have with getting anything with the CP2. It may not be enough power for what I'm going to use the bike for. So at least not for my preference. So I don't know, guys. You guys let me know down in the comments. What do you guys want to see? What has your experience been? Anybody who's had a 765 triple and an RS660 or Tuono 660, let me know how they compare. I mean, I always want real world experience. When you watch motorcycle reviews and stuff like that, they're helpful, they're good, but it's not the same as actual ownership. So anyways, guys, I don't want the video to get too long. Please let me know what you think. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, check out the coupon codes and affiliate links down below. And until next time, see you on the next one.